Breaking overnight, the State Assembly wraps up a marathon session in the early morning hours. We'll tell you which bills they passed.
And a former NICU nurse will be behind bars for more than a decade. The impact the case has on the victims and their families.
Plus, we are learning more about the risk for flooding and where it's worst in our areas as we see a big warm-up headed our way this weekend.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, folks, and happy Friday on this February 21st. Thanks for joining us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Josh Spreiter. Meteorologist Hattie McLean is here finally with some good news. We're already seeing the sunshine out there, and it's going to be warming us up nicely over the next couple of days.
It is. We have warmer temperatures in the forecast. Sunrise now about 6:45, so we're able to see some light on our sky camera shots early this morning. We have clear skies in the area. It still is a pretty chilly start to the day. Temperatures are technically warmer, but there is a wind chill still to factor in. Southwesterly winds making it feel like it's below zero this morning. So you still want to bundle up early on. As we go through the day, temperatures will climb back into the 30s, 34 for the high. You may be thinking that sounds amazing since yesterday we topped only in the teens. Keep in mind though that southwesterly winds will be around 20 miles an hour this afternoon, gusting even higher. So that will still keep a chill in the air. A look at your first alert traffic maps here across southern Wisconsin. We're talking about a little bit of recovery work, maybe some cleanup happening down south of Janesville on Highway 51, the northbound side. Be aware of that situation, but things are looking pretty quiet here in Madison. No major delays to report just yet. Looks like you're still going at posted speeds heading into the capital city. Here's a look at your forecast coming up. We still have 40s in the forecast, so a nice warm up, and I think even better tomorrow because the winds will be lighter.
That's some good Friday news right there.
Yes, for sure.
Love it.
Thank you, Hattie.
You're welcome.
Let's get to that breaking news that we're tracking overnight. Members of the Wisconsin Assembly won't be back in session until May after their last session wrapped up just hours ago. Assembly members approved a revised bill that allows southeastern Wisconsin bars to stay open later during the upcoming Democratic National Convention in July. The revised bill only allows bars in 14 southeastern Wisconsin counties, including Dane, to stay open until 4 in the morning. It now heads to the Senate. Another bill also heading to the Senate is one designed to combat PFAS pollution in our drinking water. It would require UW-Madison to study PFAS pollution and the DNR to come up with emergency rules for testing the chemicals. The Assembly also passed an income tax cut along party lines that will head to the governor's desk. One of those Assembly members will not be seeking re-election this fall. Democratic State Representative Deborah Kolstee announced on the Assembly floor that she is retiring. The Janesville representative says she wants to spend more time with her family. She's served 3 terms in the Assembly starting back in 2013.
The daughter of a state lawmaker will spend the next 13 years in prison for her role in the drug overdose death of a pregnant woman. Cassandra Nygren is Republican Representative John Nygren's daughter. Police say she and her ex-boyfriend sold heroin laced with fentanyl to Jennifer Skeen in 2017, which ultimately killed her. A former NICU nurse will spend 13 years in prison after admitting to abusing multiple babies in his care. Christopher Capham worked at Meritor Hospital and pleaded guilty to 19 felonies last fall, admitting to abusing 10 babies over the course of a year. Before his sentencing, a few of the victims' parents made their case to the judge. In addition to his 13 sentence, Capham is not allowed to contact the victims or the families involved in the case. He can't have unsupervised contact with anyone under 18 or be employed by a healthcare provider without special permission. He will also be ordered to take a mental health evaluation.
A Western Wisconsin school district superintendent is being charged with sex trafficking of a minor. A federal indictment shows Altoona Superintendent Daniel Peggs was charged by a federal grand jury earlier this month. The indictment alleges the 32-year-old recruited a child to have sex and recorded the acts on an iPhone. Authorities say the child was not a student in his school district. Peggs is pleading not guilty. If he's released from bail next week, district leaders say Peggs will be put on administrative leave.
The Richland Center woman who admitted to killing a man whose body was found in rural Sauk County last fall will be back in court today. Amber Lundgren will have her charges officially read to her 5 months after Christopher Lytle died. His body was found out in Fairfield in September. The details of the homicide are being withheld until the trial so that Lundgren can have due process. Detectives say Lytle and Lundgren did know each other and that the incident wasn't random. We have more breaking news into the Alert Center this morning. The State Department says it has come to an understanding with the Taliban to reduce violence in Afghanistan. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says the U.S. will sign an agreement with the Taliban at the end of the month, with intra-Afghan negotiations to start soon after. In a tweet, Pompeo says, quote, "This is an important step on the long road to peace."
Also breaking overnight, President Trump says Georgia Representative Doug Collins is being considered for permanent director of national intelligence. Collins is one of President's biggest allies in the House. He repeatedly defended President Trump throughout the impeachment trial. If Collins is picked, he would likely abandon his campaign for a Senate seat representing Georgia.
Right now, that move comes as the intelligence community is warning Russia is already trying to influence the upcoming election. The report alleges Russia will try to help the president win, raising questions about the integrity of the elections process. The meddling is expected to include hacking, weaponizing social media, and attacks on election infrastructure.
President Trump is continuing to rally his base with a nearly 2-hour-long rally in Colorado last night. He used this week's Democratic debate as a means to attack his potential opponents in the general election. President Trump pretended to choke multiple times in reference to both Senator Klobuchar and Michael Bloomberg at the debate. He touched on typical rally topics like unemployment and military victories. He also spoke out against Fox News, which he says doesn't treat him the way they used to.
Meanwhile, the Democratic candidates are making their final push ahead of tomorrow's Nevada caucuses. Most of the candidates are campaigning around that state, except for Senator Bernie Sanders, who's campaigning in neighboring California. That state, by the way, has the most delegates to award on the March 3rd Super Tuesday primaries. Nevada won't be using the same app that crashed during the Iowa caucuses. They will now instead use iPads. Michael Bloomberg will not be on tomorrow's ballot.
New this morning, the latest Quinnipiac poll shows that among registered voters in Wisconsin, President Trump beats all Democratic candidates by between 7 and 11 percentage points. By the closest margin, the president would beat Bernie Sanders 50 to 43%. The president is also ahead of former Vice President Joe Biden by 7% by a margin of 49 to 42. The next closest candidates are Pete Buttigieg and Michael Bloomberg, trailing President Trump by 8% and a margin of 49 to 41%. Amy Klobuchar is the least likely candidate to beat the president, according to that poll. New research shows Wisconsin is one of the states impacted the most by the current drug epidemic in America. The U.S. Drug Test Centers ranked the Badger State at 11. The effects of drugs on American society in 2020 is widespread. 500,000 people are in jail. More than 700,000 have overdosed since 1999, and addiction costs our economy $250 billion every year. Kansas came in as the least impacted state, while New Hampshire came in as the most impacted.
Antibiotics commonly used during the first trimester of pregnancy are now linked to a higher risk of birth defects. That comes from a new study published in the BMJ Medical Journal. Their research shows that medicine led to a 10% increase in malformations. The antibiotics are often used to treat common ailments like urinary and skin infections and are often prescribed to patients who are allergic to penicillin. 6:08 on your Friday. Here's something many parents might be surprised to learn. Tooth decay is among the most common preventable chronic disease in kids in the U.S.
Yeah, new this morning, Christina Laurie joins us with how affordable dental insurance can be for Wisconsin families. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Josh and Leah, and good morning to all of you. This is such an important conversation to have because if left untreated, dental problems can hurt more than just your child's mouth. It's proven, according to insurekids.gov, that kids with healthy teeth take fewer sick days and suffer from less distractions while learning. Here's the good news. Parents might be surprised to learn that getting your kids' teeth checked is easier and less expensive than they think. Under Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program known as CHIP, essential health care services like preventative care and dental health are covered. Dental coverage includes access to regular checkups, x-rays, fluoride treatments, dental sealants, fillings, and much more. Of course, dental health starts at home with you and what you're feeding your family. That usually starts and ends with sugar.
Every time that you add some sugars to that equation, the bacteria turn on, create a little bit of acid, and then in turn that helps create the cavities. So if you think of it in a frequency thing, you eat something or drink something that has sugars in, then the acid is created and it just progresses. A little bit of acid, a little bit of acid, the frequency catches up to you, and all of a sudden you have a cavity.
So I put a link on our website to insurekids.gov where parents can check online to see whether their children are eligible for dental insurance. In most states, kids and teens up to age 19 can enroll. That is true here in Wisconsin. In general, kids and teens in a family of 4 earning up to $50,000 a year, and in some places more, will qualify for Medicaid and CHIP. Once you have dental insurance, when should you start using it? We'll talk about what age your child should start going to the dentist ahead at 6:30. And again, this is the foundation for all health, so it's really important parents follow these guidelines.
Really important conversation. I was always told growing up that dental health can be a good indicator of how long you're going to live.
Yeah, and also, in a lighter note, if you take your kid to the dentist, they often get cool prizes on their way out the door.
There you go.
Free stuff.
Remember last week I had that tooth necklace?
Oh, yeah, I loved that.
Not to brag.
Cute reason to go. All right, Christina Laurie, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, 6:10 right now, and still ahead for us on a Friday morning. With so much snowpack this winter, local officials are already planning ahead for the risk of flooding this spring. What you need to know to protect your property.
And after a couple of days in the deep freeze, our warm-up is on the way. Hattie's telling us when we could see 40s. That's coming up on News 3 Now this morning.
Have a consumer issue? Contact the News 3 Now Call for Action team.
Go in the snow plus MPG, your Subaru Ascent from Don Miller. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 27 MPG highway, the Ascent will get you through in great shape. It's the roomiest Subaru ever. The Ascent has third-row seating and space for 7 or 8 passengers. The 2020 Ascent Premium. Lease from only $319 a month, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, $19.99 due on signing. No security deposit. Don Miller Subaru, west on Odana or east side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller.
Now, we know the Trump strategy. Try to win by attacking, distorting, dividing. Mr. President, it won't work.
Newspapers report Bloomberg is the Democrat Trump fears most. As president, universal health care that lets people keep their coverage if they like it. A record on job creation. A doable plan to combat climate change.
I led a complex, diverse city through 9/11, and I have common sense plans to move America away from chaos to progress.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
To help you take walks again.
To ease your pain. To rebuild your strength.
And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions. We're here because we care.
We care about you. You.
You.
They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics. Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
If you experience bladder leaks, you shouldn't have to sacrifice discretion for protection. Try Always Discreet. The unique design features protective leak guards, which help prevent leaks where they happen most, and an absorbent material that turns liquid into gel for up to 100% leak-free protection. The shapewear design provides a closer fit to ensure total discretion. Choose the solution that keeps you drier and offers a seamless fit. Try Always Discreet underwear with a money-back guarantee. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
This President's Day, I do solemnly swear to faithfully overcome all weather, seek new heights, and exercise my right to go anywhere and do anything in the longest-lasting and best-selling 4x4 SUV brand. Take the oath of adventure at the Jeep President's Day event. It's auto show time. Well-qualified returning lessees can lease the 2020 Renegade Latitude 4x4 for $189 a month.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from the Hattie-O patio, where it's still pretty chilly outside, but skies are clear, so we'll have a lot of sunshine in the forecast today. And improving temperatures are headed our way starting today. Take a look at as high pressure moves to our south and east. Return flow on the backside of that high pressure from the south and west will pump some warmer air into southern Wisconsin. We still have 40s in the forecast for the upcoming weekend. Now, the only caveat is that it's going to be pretty windy today. A nice picture, though, showing this morning from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Some pink hue to the sky this morning. Skies are clear, as I mentioned. When we take a look at weather track across the entire area, hard-pressed to find anything showing up on this map. The air is very dry around Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, the entire Great Lakes region. So lots of sunshine is in the forecast all around. Temperatures the south and west are already in the teens. It's 18 this morning in Des Moines. Chicago starts at 13. We're at 9 here in Madison. Still 3 below, though, in Eau Claire. A closer look at southern Wisconsin temperatures, and you'll see that for the most part, we're above zero this morning. There are a few spots still showing negative numbers. Juneau is up to 0, still 4 below in Lone Rock, but 10 now in Monroe and 11 in Prairie du Chien. There is a wind chill factor this morning. It's a southwesterly wind, which is technically a warm wind, but when you have temperatures like this, it doesn't feel so warm. Wind chills are in the single digits below 0 this morning across all of southern Wisconsin. Wind speeds right now are 5 to 15 miles an hour, but they will be increasing today. Your future track wind gust forecast starting around lunchtime today. We'll see those wind gusts in the 25 to 30 mile an hour range, maybe a little bit stronger even through the afternoon. So it'll be very windy later today, right through the evening hours. Good news, though, the winds do diminish tonight, and that'll set us up for a much more pleasant day on Saturday. Your future track temperatures today take you into the upper 20s by lunchtime. Again, we'll top in the 30s today. Temperatures should climb to a high of 34 here in Madison. With that wind chill, it'll likely feel like it's in the 20s. Overnight tonight, definitely not as cold. And then again, as I mentioned, some sunshine and lighter winds tomorrow should bring us back up close to 40 degrees. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We have temperatures that will be in the 40s again on Sunday, but don't get used to this spring-like weather because winter returns next week. We're watching a couple of potential storms for the Monday through Wednesday time frame. Now it's time to get a look at your First Warn traffic maps this morning. We'll send it over to Stacey K for all the details. Good morning, Stacey.
Good morning. It's a quiet start on the Beltline so far. Nothing to slow you down in either direction. Expect that to change by 7. Checking out other roads here in Dane County. Just a few brake lights at Stoughton Road and Park Street approaching the Beltline. No problems on East Washington or downtown at this time. And other main roads heading into the city, they are moving along at the posted speeds. No crashes or delays. With your First Warn traffic, I'm Stacey K.
Stacey K and Hattie, thank you both very much. Well, most of us are more than ready for all of this snow to melt, but when it does, it could pose a big threat to some Wisconsin communities.
The National Weather Service is warning there's an above-average risk for flooding in our area this spring. In Sauk County, emergency management teams are already preparing. The National Weather Service says there's about 2 inches of water in our snowpack, and that's higher than usual. State climatologists say some rivers are also already high.
We've had a lot of precipitation. In fact, last year was a record for the state in 125 years statewide.
Now, there is potential for moderate to extreme flooding along the Mississippi and Wisconsin rivers this spring, but that all depends on how quickly temperatures would rise and how much rain we get.
The Monona Fire Department is removing firefighting foam that contains PFAS from its fleet. According to a Facebook post, the department teamed up with other local agencies and a contractor to properly remove and dispose of the foam. PFAS contains chemicals that are harmful to the environment. Dane County Humane Society is treating its second swan this year for lead poisoning. It was rescued earlier this month from Lake Mendota and brought to the Wildlife Center. The swan's lead toxicity levels have since decreased after medication, and caretakers are optimistic it will be released back into the wild. You'll remember the first swan that was rescued last month did not survive.
Locally, Stoughton residents are working to fight climate change this morning by learning more about the latest in renewable energy. Sustainable Stoughton, hosted an event Thursday to highlight energy incentives and developments in solar and wind technologies. Those in attendance learned about Stoughton Utilities' Choose Renewable program, which allows participants to ensure a portion of their electricity comes from sustainable sources.
Construction is underway for an environmental barrier to help contained pollutants from a ship that capsized off of Georgia's coast. The Golden Ray has been stuck in the water near St. Simon's Island since September. It has about 4,000 vehicles inside it. The new barrier is aimed at controlling the surrounding ecosystem and contains debris from the eventual dismantling and removal of the ship.
Scientists say climate change could kill all of Earth's coral reefs in the next 80 years, with 90% expected to die in the next 2 decades. Scientists at the Ocean Sciences Conference in San Diego say this is because our oceans are warming and becoming more polluted. Activists are working on restoring coral by growing it in labs and placing them into marine environments. But now it's feared that might not be enough.
Still ahead for us on a Friday morning, we'll tell you how a Wisconsin Police Department is opening up a new resource to its officers so that they can help those in need.
And some good news in the weather world. We're starting to see that warm up today, even though there might be a little bit of wind out there, and that's sunrise.
Beautiful shot there.
That's a way to start a weekend, folks. Join us for Hattie's Firstborn weather next.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place, Apple Wellness. You've heard me say that CBD is great for people who suffer with stress. Because everybody is different, at The Healthy Place we have dozens of solutions for the tension you're feeling. One of the products we recommend for stress is Adrenal Boost, a blend of adaptogenic herbs that boost your energy and lessen your stress. Our wellness consultants are trained to help you get to the root of your struggle. If you're tired of feeling stressed or just plain tired, we can help. Stop by one of our 4 Madison locations or online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Dear Wallet, Toyota President's Day is on. Load up on tech. Load up on style. Load up on fun. And load up on savings. Hurry, get a historic deal before it's history. See you soon, your new Toyota. Right now, get $1,000 TFS cash when you finance a new 2020 RAV4 or lease a new RAV4 for $239 a month. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Shop the final days of Grand Appliance and TV's President's Day sale. Save with extended sale pricing and an extra 5% rebate available exclusively at Grand Appliance. Get unbeatable deals like this Samsung 4-piece kitchen with counter depth fridge and convection range for just $23.28. Appliance deals no one can beat. Exclusively at Grand Appliance and TV. Shop grandappliance.com or the store nearest you to save. You make it home, we make it grand.
Congratulations to Holly Walker, a top-notch drama teacher at West High School in Madison.
When I see a student just living fully in who they are when they're on stage and then giving that back to the audience for these little kids to see, that part I love. I absolutely love that part.
If you know a teacher who deserves to be recognized as a top-notch teacher, send us a letter, an email, or nominate a teacher at channel3000.com.
Sponsored by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful new 5G network in Wisconsin that breaks down barriers. Because it's only fair that you get uninterrupted service, so you can work without obstacles and stream without disruptions. It's 5G that works where you need it. 5G is coming soon to Wisconsin. Get $500 off all 5G-ready Samsung Galaxy S20 smartphones when you pre-order. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome back, 6:23 on a Friday morning. It looks like the sky got the memo this morning.
The pink memo.
Beautiful. Beautiful shot this morning.
It is.
Nice to see that sunshine. Once again, we have plenty of sun in our forecast. Warmer temperatures as well. Temperatures are in the positive territory this morning, which is a nice improvement over this time yesterday. It's not the full story, though. Wind chill is still going to be a factor today. Southwesterly winds will really increase, especially after lunchtime today. That'll take our temperatures in the 30s and bump them back down just a little bit, making it feel like it's in the teens and 20s. So you still want to bundle up. It's going to be a chilly day today, but again, we do have the sunshine. Temperatures topping again in the 30s. Just be aware of those strong southwesterly winds. Have a wonderful Friday.
All right, Hattie, thank you. The Oregon Library says every little donation helps when it comes to raising funds for their new buildings.
One of the gifts, for example, came from a 10-year-old boy who donated his birthday money because he feels the library is really important. We also had some students do a lemonade stand to donate money that way, so no gift is really too small. Everyone can make a difference.
The library director says the current building is very busy, so they're looking to more than triple their current space. And with areas dedicated to storytelling, community meetings, and teens, the village has already pledged to cover $6 million for that project, and they're looking to raise an additional $4 million from the community by June. Private donors have already contributed more than $1 million to that cause.
A northeastern Wisconsin police department is opening up a new resource to its officers so they can help more who are in need. The Oshkosh Police Department is now offering a community crisis closet. It has shoes, snacks, toiletries, jackets, things like that. Officers can take what they need from the closet any time of the day or night. It allows the department to lend a hand to the community.
If somebody has a tragedy going on where there's a fire in their house, there's something happened where they lost everything in an accident, we can immediately give them what they need.
Many times when I was on patrol, I would leave a call wishing that I could do more.
The closet is possible because of donations from the community. Great idea there.
Yeah, it really is. 6:25 right now and still ahead. We've got the top 3 things you need to know this morning before heading out the door.
And we'll tell you how a group of UW nurses are one step closer to being recognized as a union. That's when News 3 Now This Morning continues.
You're welcome. Have fun. Nice. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Go. Ready on for takeoff. I'm looking for these because I want to catch one. It's a brookie. See you next year.
Big insurance companies often use their size to take advantage of injured people making a claim. At Habish, Rotier, we don't think this is fair. So we've built our personal injury law practice to do everything possible to level the playing field. Because it shouldn't be about who's the biggest. It should be about what's right. Habish, Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Goldman Cars is starting the new year with a bang. Buy a 2018 new body style Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with factory warranty.
That's right. For the new year, Goldman Cars is selling 2018 new body style Chevy Equinoxes for $14,995 or $239 per month.
So come in today and get your 2018 Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month.
Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
When being sick isn't as bad as
Not knowing why you're sick.
When questions lead to confusion.
and angst and anxiety. When it feels like there's a tiger chasing you into the darkness.
And all you want is a little light.
A little hope.
This is when you need the best of the best. Doctors who don't just perform cutting-edge procedures and treatments. Doctors who invent them. UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Steinhaffel's President's Day sale is ending soon. Last chance to save 35 to 75% store-wide, plus an extra $100 off. Get incredible bonus buys like this reclining sofa, $399, sectional, $799. Plus get an extra 10% off all Legacy Kids collections. All this, plus 60 months special financing. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of quality furniture and mattresses for every budget. Hurry in. Steinhaffel's President's Day sale ends Saturday. New Colgate Optic White Renewal, with the most hydrogen peroxide in a whitening toothpaste, removes 10 years of yellow stains from your teeth. That's like all the way back to 2010.
Thick boots. YOLO, right? Do the doggy.
Remove 10 years of yellow stains with new Colgate Optic White Renewal.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning. morning, folks, and thanks for staying with us on this Friday, February 21st. I'm Leah Linscheid.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Let's get right to your top 3 headlines this morning. Members of the Wisconsin Assembly won't be back in session until May after their last session wrapped up just hours ago. Overnight, members approved multiple bills. One's a revised proposal allowing bars in 14 counties to stay open past 4 a.m. during the July Democratic National Convention. Another is designed to combat PFAS pollution in our drinking water. Both now head to the Senate. The Assembly also passed a proposed income tax cut that now heads to the governor's desk.
The second story we're following this morning, the intelligence community is warning Russia is already trying to influence the upcoming election. A new report alleges Russia will try to help the president win, raising questions about the integrity of the elections process. The meddling is expected to include hacking, weaponizing social media, and attacks on election infrastructure.
The Democratic candidates are making their final push ahead of tomorrow's Nevada caucuses. Most of the candidates are campaigning around that state, except for Senator Bernie Sanders, who's campaigning in the neighboring California. That state has the most delegates to award on March 3rd Super Tuesday primaries. Michael Bloomberg, by the way, will not be on tomorrow's ballot.
Those are the top 3 things to know on your Friday. Hattie's here with what we need to know weather-wise. Hey, Hattie.
Good morning, Lee and Josh. The big news weather-wise is the warmer temperatures. We're already warmer this morning by about 15 to 20 degrees in some spots. So definitely a warmer start to the day. Here's a look at our current temperatures. We're at 9 here in Madison, 10 in Monroe and Prairie du Chien, even 12 in Camp Douglas. Now there is a bit of a wind chill. When you factor in those southwesterly winds, it feels like it's below 0 in many spots this morning. Our forecast over the next 12 hours, though, has temperatures climbing to a high of 34 degrees this afternoon with mostly sunny skies. Should maybe be a little asterisk by that 34, though, because it will feel colder with a strong southwesterly wind. Now look at your first warned traffic maps this morning across southern Wisconsin. Pretty quiet here in the Madison area. No major delays to report just yet. No other accidents around Dane County either. Coming up in a few minutes, we are going to take a look ahead into next week where we have more active weather, rain and snow in the forecast.
Thank you very much, Hattie. 6:31 and breaking overnight, more than 600 new cases of the coronavirus are being reported in Chinese prisons. Nearly 77,000 people worldwide have been infected. More than 2,000 have died. Here in Wisconsin, the State Department of Health Services says the pending case of coronavirus is negative. In total, 16 people have now been tested in our state, with only that one positive case in Dane County.
New this morning, a bill introduced in Illinois would no longer allow patients to claim religion as a reason to refuse vaccinations for their children. The Chicago Tribune reports public health officials are backing the proposal, saying it's a way to prevent outbreaks of diseases that were once thought to be eliminated. It would also limit the reasons allowed for a medical exemption for the vaccines required to enter all state schools, allowing students as young as 14 to get vaccinated without their parents' consent. Wisconsin is one of 45 states that does allow for religious exemptions.
All right, before the month ends, we wanted to bring up an important health conversation, your child's oral health.
Yeah, for people of all ages, just the thought of getting in the dentist chair can be nerve-wracking. Christina Laurie joins us now to explain how early parents should be taking their kids to the dentist. Hi, Christina.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. Let me see your smiles. Are they good? Did your parents take you early?
Oh, yeah.
Because pediatric dentists here in the Madison area say they see Madison area kids come in every day with cavities, and they can happen even before their kids celebrate their first birthdays. They agree you should take your son or daughter in for their first appointment within 6 months of their very first tooth coming in. That first visit is usually short and doesn't include a lot of treatment, but the Department of Health Services says that by 3rd grade, more than half of Wisconsin children have some kind of dental disease, and half of those cases go untreated. Studies have proven kids with dental pain are significantly more likely to sleep poorly, miss school, and are less likely to finish their homework. There are several things all parents can do to help, and that starts with food.
Keep your exposure to the refined sugars to a minimum. And when we talk about decreasing the frequency, the simplest thing to do is to combine your juice or your snacks with your meals instead of spreading them out throughout the day.
Parents might be surprised to learn that getting your kids' teeth checked is easier and less expensive than you might think. Under Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program known as CHIP, Essential Healthcare Services like preventative care and dental health are covered. You can find a dentist, coverage for your family, and more information on dental care insurance programs in the link that I've posted on our website, channel3000.com. In the meantime, here are a few things you can do today to help your kids' oral health. 1, turn on your kids' favorite song while they brush. Most songs are just 2 to 3 minutes long, which is how long you should be brushing for. When you're shopping for the right toothpaste, local dentists recommend one with fluoride in it, and make sure you're setting a good example. Brush and floss every day, twice a day. I don't know how many of those things that I actually follow. I don't know that I brush for 2 or 3 minutes. That seems like an incredibly long time.
I don't think I brush that long.
I actually have a toothbrush. I got this for Christmas. I have a toothbrush that vibrates every 30 seconds, so you do every quadrant of your mouth. It's brilliant. Yeah, I don't have to think about it.
I mean, I've never had a cavity before, so knock on wood, that stays. And I know I don't brush for that long. But I also don't have a lot of sugar. I don't eat candy, drink pop, any of that sort of stuff either. So
boring.
I know. I have such a sweet tooth. I think I've had 11 cavities when I was younger.
Oh my gosh.
I know, my poor parents. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
I was going to call you guys role models, but I don't know after that.
You too.
I don't know those hideous smiles that we showed at the beginning was a little... It's like a little kid again. All right,
Christina Laurie, thank you.
A group of UW nurses is getting more support in their push to be recognized as a union. The Dane County Board of Supervisors is supporting a resolution that throws the board's support behind the nurses. Those who spoke before the board say they've gotten an outpouring of support from the community, and now with this vote of support, they're hoping for change. Some board members who spoke out remembered times in their own lives where nurses were there for them, adding that a union could help nurses improve patient care. Other board members say a union would give those nurses a voice.
This is a huge role for us that they are supporting us, because it means that they value us as nurses. They value what we do. They respect the fact that things have not been good in the hospital, and they want to try to make a difference for us.
Singer says the support from the Dane County Board of Supervisors just adds to the message of support from both community members and parents. Nurses say they hope UW hospitals and clinics will listen and make changes.
Hospitals across the country are dealing with the nursing shortage that we're seeing locally too. The turnover rate nationwide is about 14%. At UW Health, it's 13%. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says in the next 5 years, we could see a shortage of about 1 million nurses. UW Health has been a leader in residency programs nationwide to help address that issue. What was once a 60% turnover of first-year nurses is now a 97% retention rate. They bring in about 175 new graduate nurses every year.
All right, 6:36 is your time. Coming up in the morning sprint, we'll tell you how melting snow can pose a threat to some local communities this year.
And there's a new product for your home that might have you singing.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
He's a much better singer than I am. I wasn't going to do that. We'll show you what this is right after the break.
He's thinking recliner, you're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. 25% off unadvertised items and sale items marked down even more. This sofa for just $398. This bed just $298 with base. This Sealy Posturepedic pillow top mattress for only $394. That's over $800 off. And did you know you get free shipping with no minimum? And most items can be in your home in a week. Hurry, the President's Sale ends soon at Slumberland Furniture.
What we achieve for patients is life-changing.
You get your smile back, your confidence back in just one day.
A new smile at a price you can afford.
With the dignity and respect you deserve.
Don't wait another day. Nothing is more life-changing than a healthy, confident smile.
Now get 10% off all dentures. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Call 1-800-DENTURE today to schedule your consultation.
Built for your next adventure, it's the 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller. With symmetrical all-wheel drive, the Crosstrek has vehicle dynamics control and EyeSight driver assist technology. Lease the Crosstrek Premium, $239 per month plus tax, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, no security deposit, $1939 due at signing. Get all-wheel drive plus MPG. The 2020 Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller Subaru, West on Odana or East Side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller. I have been working out at the Princeton Club for 30 years. My mom, myself, and my daughter, it's been 80 years.
The fitness part stems back to even my mom, and I worked out with her.
We get to do things that a lot of people generational can't do. I get to play, pickleball with my mom, or I'm hiking with my daughter and the grandkids. Princeton Club is a part of my life. It would be the one thing I could not give up.
Shop the latest lighting styles at Menards. Over 12,500 lights and ceiling fans are on sale. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. The Chantel collection features a satin nickel or matte black finish with frosted glass. This 5-light chandelier is $124.99. This Matrix 52-inch indoor-outdoor ceiling fan in a matte black and brushed silver finish has natural wood blades and an integrated LED light kit. $169.99. Find amazing deals right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
A surprise party, a wedding proposal, an unexpected bonus at work. Some surprises are awesome, but this? Weather like this should never be a surprise. Not when you watch News 3 Now, where you get an accurate, reliable forecast, so you're never caught off guard by the weather. Need to get up early to shovel, add time to your commute, wear boots, rebook a flight? Let News 3 Now First Warn Weather give you everything you need to know so you can plan your life.
All right, trending this morning, an Ohio woman attempted to escape from prison with camera, inmates, and officers all watching.
Yeah, take a look at this. After standing near the kiosk for several minutes, Jessica Boomershine made her move.
Here's the video you want to see here. She brought over a chair, climbed on top, then moments later, she removed a ceiling tile, climbs up. Look at this in the left-hand corner.
Oh my goodness.
The bid for freedom ends quickly. 15 seconds later, the first debris start to fall.
She lost her pants, too.
Officers come into sight. Look at that. She fell right through the ceiling.
Right into the garbage, too.
Oh, man. Look at the woman just sitting back, feet up. She's like, I want to watch this show.
Can I get some popcorn?
I can't believe they even gave her that much time to,
oh, man.
Goodness gracious.
Everyone just stops and watches.
What in the world? All right, a new product from McDonald's will bring you the smells you've come to know from their kitchen into your home. The fast food chain is venturing into the candle business, releasing 6 scents: ketchup, pickles, cheese, onions, sesame seed bun, and 100% fresh beef.
That's the only one I'd go for.
Are you supposed to do these all at the same time?
Apparently.
One at a time.
My gosh.
Well, it depends. What kind of smell do you want in your house? Do you want some ketchup or do you want a full hamburger?
Have you ever left a plate with ketchup on it overnight?
Oh, it's awful. So yeah, that's the smell of a Quarter Pounder, obviously. But yeah, these aren't for sale yet, but you can check them out on the McDonald's website if you're interested.
I have a Christmas idea for you two now. Christmas in July for you.
I love candles, but I don't really want to smell like a cheeseburger, but...
That's just going to make me hungry.
Would it?
That's probably the point of it, right? Make you hungry.
I suppose. Then you go to McDonald's and...
Depends. If it smells like that ketchup that's been left overnight, I don't think I'm ordering a hamburger.
Well, we've been asking you to share your morning with us, and we've got a good one for you today. One of our well-known favorites here, Kenton Fowler, sent this in from Lake Wabiza at Lake Farm Park. Look at that.
Oh, that's pretty.
Quite the photographer there. Josh and I were talking earlier, Hattie. We think this is a camper. I'd be more than willing to go out there. Would you?
Well, it's
Hattie would
probably
too.
an ice shack, right, for fishing?
Yeah, but it looks like more like a camper because you can see the wheels underneath it.
Yeah, but they pimp them out now.
That's true.
By all means.
Ice fishing isn't what it used to be.
No, it's not just sitting on a bucket anymore.
That's all my dad does. He's very proud of it, too. He'll take out his bucket, set it down. That's all he needs.
All right, remember, you can always send in your My Morning pictures at Channel 3000's Facebook page so we can share our favorites right here on the show.
All right, guys. Well, we have warmer temperatures in store for us this weekend. Looking ahead, 40s in the forecast.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's a big smile for me. Coming up, we'll have the latest on that forecast. Another live look outside. Some more pink in that sky, too.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful, beautiful start to our Friday. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, send in his or her picture. We'd love to share it right here on News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for watching.
Lucas 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's the Russ Darrow Auto Show Plus event. During this event, we have plussed our new Ram inventory. And you can save over $14,000 off. Plus, get no payments for 90 days. Plus, $500 more for your trade. It's the Auto Show Plus event going on now at Russ Darrow Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Are you behind on your mortgage? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Are you considering trying to get a loan modification on your own? Did you know that less than 5% of people who tried on their own actually got a modification? At the Mortgage Modification Helpline, we know the rules and regulations banks don't want you to know about, and we've helped thousands of people stay in their homes. So call the Mortgage Modification Helpline today.
Please call 800-631-7749.
Thank you for choosing our home. Here's a list of our favorite spots to help you live like a local. And here is our Spectrum Wi-Fi password and a channel guide to help you settle in.
Did you say Spectrum?
Experience the fastest starting speeds for the price with Spectrum Internet. At 200 megabits per second, you'll enjoy faster surfing, streaming, and gaming. Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-902-4499. Then lose yourself in the best in entertainment with more HD and more free on demand. With thousands of free titles to choose from and the best in live TV, there's always something on. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Plus, download the Spectrum TV app for more ways to watch. Call 833-902-4499.
It happened again. You guys were supposed to leave yesterday.
Is that my robe?
Is it?
Lose yourself in the best internet and TV with Spectrum. Switch now from $44.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-902-4499.
See two comedy legends together live on stage. Steve Martin and Martin Short, the funniest show in town at the moment.
By the way, Martin Short is also the name I use when I check into a hotel and want to be anonymous.
35 years later, and you're still the jerk.
Steve Martin and Martin Short with very special guests Paul Schaefer and Allison Brown in Fairweather Friends. September 13th, Overture Hall. Tickets on sale this Friday at 11 a.m. at overture.org.
It's the Russ Darrow Auto Show Plus event. Buy a popular SUV for only $225 per month. We have a Cherokee, plus a Ford Escape, plus a Kia Sorento. It's your choice, and it's just $225 a month. Visit Russ Darrow Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram during our Auto Show Plus event.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Center. Skies are clear this morning. Sun coming up. Take a look over here. You can see the sun just peeking above the horizon when you look at the sky camera shot from here at the station. We'll enjoy sunshine all day today. Temperatures are technically warmer this morning. 9 here in Madison and the Dells. Even warmer in Camp Douglas with 12 degrees right now, but generally single digits above 0 across southern Wisconsin this morning. There is a little bit of a wind chill to factor in though. Southwesterly winds have been increasing all morning, and they will continue to increase through the day today. So wind chills will climb into the teens and then 20s later on. Actual air temperatures, though, will be in the 30s later today. Here's a look at your Metro Futurecast. We're looking at a high of 34 degrees today. Mostly sunny skies, but very windy. That southwesterly wind up to around 15 to 25 miles an hour, possibly gusting higher at times. Here's a look, though, at the travel weather forecast for the entire country, and pretty hard to notice that there's just really a lot of sun on the map. Very quiet weather conditions from coast to coast. I think the only major city expecting some rain is Miami, southern Florida, but otherwise lots of sunshine on this map. Let's take a look at a closer look though at what's happening with that sky cover. We're watching some clouds that are just offshore, some precipitation developing off the coast of California now. That will be our next weather maker that will move through the southwestern part of the United States and up towards the Great Lakes, but not until the first part of next week. So we have a nice stretch of really quiet and mild weather coming our way. It is definitely going to start to feel like spring this weekend. Looking ahead to next week, though, let's take a look. Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can see a mix of precipitation developing to our south. That will lift northward into southern Wisconsin as we go through the day on Monday. So we could see some rain and snow, eventually changing over to some snow. This is Tuesday morning. Through the day on Tuesday, some light to maybe moderate snow is expected, and it all winds down on Wednesday. But that snow could add up for southern Wisconsin. So any melting that we see this weekend, we may replace it next week. Again, these are very early estimates. We'll keep our eye on this system as we go through the weekend because the track may change. However, there could be some pretty heavy snow totals for southern Wisconsin. Taking a look at that extended forecast, though, we don't want to miss the weekend forecast because it is a beautiful one. Temperatures will climb into the 40s both Saturday and Sunday. Lighter winds expected tomorrow and Sunday as well. So that means very pleasant conditions. The next week forecast, well, after a spring-like weekend, winter returns with temperatures back into the 20s by the end of the week. Here's our Pet Walk forecast.
Zoe!
Oh, hey, a bunny. Zoe in some prairie. Cool. 33 degrees. I don't think Zoe's going to be outside today.
Do rabbits take walks?
Maybe.
Long walks on the beach.
None of us know.
What
a cutie. All right. Thank you, Addie.
You're welcome.
Stay with us. The Morning Sprint is up next.
Fun for everyone at Vitense Golfland. Escape winter and enjoy Madison's premier indoor miniature golf course where all ages putt and play. 18 fun Madison-themed holes, remote control boats, and arcade. Offer a great time with friends and family and for special events. Only at Vitense Golfland.
From kids to pets and parties, we'll lay the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 75 years. During our 75th anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $75. Carpet 1 room, 3 rooms, even your whole house, and installation is only $75. Coyle Carpet 1 Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
Water makes life possible on Earth and in our homes. Culligan conserves this resource with its high-efficiency water softener, the world's best because it uses less water, and that matters to all of us. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
How does the automatic emergency braking in the Chevy Equinox work? What? Can you tell me how lane keep assist with lane departure warning works?
Lane departure warning? What is that exactly?
Kids may not know about the 2020 Chevy Equinox's standard safety features, but every parent should.
Qualified lessees can lease this Equinox LT for around $219 a month. Plus, eligible GM card members get $1,000 in bonus earnings.
For the first time ever, the Ashley Home Stores of Madison are hosting the biggest warehouse liquidation sale ever. And both area locations are packed with deals for this massive 3-day blowout. Hurry in this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only. And shop hundreds of clearance items, floor samples, special purchases, and scratch and dent items while they last. You could save more than 90% off furniture, mattresses, and top brand appliances. Pay just pennies on the dollar for sofas, sectionals, recliners, beds, dining sets, mattresses, washers, dryers, and so much more. Bring your truck or trailer because everything must go. 3 days only at Ashley Home Store.
Now open, the Signature Hole Grill Bar and Patio at Vitense Golfland. A complete bar including 8 different draft beers and 70-inch flat-screen TVs with great food anytime and happy hour specials. Visit the new Signature Hole Grill Bar and Patio, Vitense Golfland.
We were sure that we were one and done.
Only child families are growing faster than any other family type. But why? News 3 Now explores the trend and the research on only children. Monday at 10.
A messy evening commute.
Heavy delays are certainly expected on the Beltline.
It will take you a while to get home. It's going to continue all night.
Here, the winds are really starting to pick up speed.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. Wisconsin Fishing Expo, February 28th through March 1st.
It's 6:51, time for the morning sprint to get you out the door with all the news you need to know this Friday.
Yeah, we start with breaking news this morning from the Capitol overnight. Members of the Wisconsin Assembly won't be back in session until May after their last session wrapped up in the early morning hours. Overnight, members approved multiple bills. One is a revised proposal allowing 14 counties to stay open past 4 a.m. during the July Democratic National Convention. Another is designed to combat PFAS pollution in our drinking water. Earlier in the day, the Assembly also sent an income tax cut to Governor Evers' desk.
A new Quinnipiac poll shows that President Trump would beat every single Democratic candidate here in Wisconsin by a pretty decent margin. Senator Bernie Sanders is closest at 7 points behind the president. He's also ahead of Joe Biden by 7%, 49 to 42%. The next closest candidates are Pete Buttigieg and Michael Bloomberg, both trailing the president by 8 points. And just into the newsroom, a new poll from the Wall Street Journal and NBC News finds that Sanders is gaining ground on Joe Biden with black voters nationally. That same poll finds all black registered voters gave President Trump an approval rating of just 14%, and they would overwhelmingly choose any of the Democratic candidates over him in a general election.
Those Democratic candidates are making their final push ahead of tomorrow's Nevada caucuses. Most of them are campaigning around the state, except for Senator Bernie Sanders, who's campaigning in neighboring California. That state has the most delegates to award on the March 3rd Super Tuesday primaries. Michael Bloomberg, by the way, will not be on tomorrow's ballot.
President Trump is continuing to rally his base with a nearly 2-hour-long rally in Colorado last night. He used this week's Democratic debate as a means to attack his potential opponents in the general election. President Trump pretended to choke multiple times, referencing Amy Klobuchar and Michael Bloomberg at the debate.
Breaking overnight, President Trump says Georgia Representative Doug Collins is being considered for permanent director of national intelligence. Collins is one of the president's biggest allies in the House. If he's picked, he would likely abandon his campaign campaign for a Senate seat.
Reports out of the intelligence community say Russia is already taking steps to help President Trump win the upcoming election. A top election security official reportedly said in a briefing last week that Russia will try to help the president win, raising questions about the integrity of the elections process. The meddling is expected to include hacking, weaponizing social media, and attacks on election infrastructure.
Our forecast today includes lots of sunshine across southern Wisconsin from start to finish. Wind chills this morning still in the negative single digits, so it is a very chilly start to the day. Temperatures over the day, though, will climb back to a high of 34 degrees, much warmer than it was yesterday. Keep in mind, a strong southwesterly wind, though, will keep that wind chill factoring into the forecast this afternoon.
Thank you, Hattie. Most of us are more than ready for the snow to melt, but when it does, it could pose a threat to some Wisconsin communities. The National Weather Service is warning there's an above-average risk for flooding in our area this spring. There's the potential for extreme flooding along the Mississippi and Wisconsin rivers, as well as in other major areas.
A Western Wisconsin school district superintendent is pleading not guilty to charges for sex trafficking of a minor. A federal indictment shows Altoona Superintendent Daniel Peggs was charged by a federal grand jury earlier this month. The indictment alleges the 32-year-old recruited a child to have sex and recorded the acts on an iPhone. Authorities say the child was not a student in his school district.
The Richland Center woman who admitted to killing a man whose body was found in rural Sauk County will be back in court today. Amber Lundgren will have her charges officially read to her 5 months after Christopher Lytle's body was found in Fairfield. The details of the homicide are being withheld until the trial so that Lundgren can have due process. Detectives say Lytle and Lundgren did know each other and that the incident wasn't random.
A former NICU nurse will spend 13 years in prison after admitting to abusing multiple babies in his care. Christopher Kaplan worked at Meritor Hospital and pleaded guilty to 19 felonies last fall, admitting to abusing 10 babies over the course of a year. Before his sentencing, a few of the victims' parents shared stories of overwhelmingly guilt and lasting anxiety and trauma that will continue to affect their families.
Breaking overnight, more than 600 new cases of the coronavirus are being reported in Chinese prisons. Nearly 77,000 people worldwide have been infected. In Wisconsin, the State Department of Health Services says the pending case of coronavirus from earlier this week did come back negative. In total, 16 people have now been tested in our state, with only the one positive case in Dane County.
New research shows Wisconsin is one of the states affected the most by the drug epidemic in America. The U.S. Drug Test Centers ranks us at 11th. The study finds Kansas as the least impacted state, while New Hampshire is the most impacted.
Here's something many parents might be surprised to learn. Tooth decay is the most common preventable chronic disease among kids in the country. Now to the good news. Parents might also be surprised to learn that getting your kids' teeth checked is easier and less expensive than they think. Under Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program known as CHIP, essential healthcare services like preventative care and dental care are covered. I put a link on our website, toinsurekids.gov, where parents can check online to see whether their children are eligible for dental insurance.
Thank you. It is 6:56. Stacey K has a final look at your first warned traffic.
Hi, yes, the westbound side of the Beltline is getting busy now, especially between Stoughton Road and Monona Drive. Inbound John Nolan starting to get more crowded at the Olin and Rimrock intersections as you make your way into downtown. East Washington slowing down already at the First Street intersection as you head towards the Capitol. And other main routes heading into Madison, they are moving along. No crashes or delays. With your first warned traffic, I'm Stacey K.
Thank you, Stacy. Here's a live look from the Edgewater Skycam. Sun is up this morning. It's pretty chilly start to the day, though. Temperatures are starting out in the single digits above zero. We will climb pretty quickly, though. Already back into the upper 20s by lunchtime. 34 is the high today, much warmer than it was yesterday. It will feel a little bit cooler, though, when you factor in the winds. Temperatures, though, head into the 40s for the upcoming weekend.
All right, looks good, Hattie. Thank you.
And thanks so much for joining us this morning, folks. Take some time for your family this weekend. Enjoy that sun, that warm-up headed our way, and we'll see you back here Monday.